Alright, so a few days ago, or a couple days ago, I don't even remember what it is, but I made a video about Trump derangement syndrome and how bad it's getting, and I have to make this video again because it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And I know I keep saying that, but it really is. And the amount of mental gymnastics that people need to come up with to satisfy their false beliefs about Trump is absolutely insane. And if you haven't seen this story, I'll just go over it briefly. So, CNN's April Ryan claiming that Trump wants to nuke hurricanes coming from Africa, and because that's where black people are from, and it's some racist thing. And that, how do you even come up with that? Like, I don't even think white nationalists would think of it that way, but yet you have these Trump derangement syndrome mainstream media people that think up this stuff, and it really shows just how obsessed they are with race and how obsessed they are with trying to tie their opposition to being racist, and that they have such a terrible chat or points and arguments that the only way they can do it is come up with these non-existent racism stories. It's just absolutely insane if you ask me. But basically, I'll just read it briefly here. CNN contributor April Ryan implies President Trump's reported interest in nuking hurricanes. And again, it is reported. I don't even think it was confirmed. I think it was just a rumor. But nevertheless, motive behind is because Africa is where mostly black people are from. In a panel Monday morning on CNN, Ryan said the president has called Africa a S-hole nation in the past and wondered if Trump is interested in the continent because mostly black people live there. And again, like, how do people, like, I see someone on CNN just mention this and no one, like, looks at them like they're absolutely crazy? To me, it's insane. And like I said, that's the level that the fake news is at nowadays, that they have to come up with this crazy theories just to satisfy their crazy beliefs. Like, when the difference between the left and the right is that, yeah, the right has some things that are a little crazy, but they don't have to come up with mental gymnastics on this level to come up with reasons to not like the Clintons or Obama or Justin Trudeau or whoever it is. It's, you just, I mean, all you got to do is look at the job numbers, look at the GDP growth in Canada, look at the foreign investment in Canada. Like, you don't have to claim that Justin Trudeau doesn't like whatever because that's where white people are from, or like, it makes absolutely no sense. Like, it's so crazy. And that the mainstream media, again, they're, like I mentioned in the last video, is all they're concerned about now is that talking about Trump, especially the Trump kind of hit piece stories, they make a lot of money. So that's why they like talking about him. Like I said, it's because they make a lot of money. So saying, if they were to be honest about Trump and be like, yeah, he has some things that aren't that good about him, but he also has some things that are really good about him, that wouldn't get nearly the amount of viewership, which means the amount of advertising possibilities to make money the mainstream media wouldn't be able to get. So, you can get $1 million to talk about these crazy Trump conspiracy theory nonsense, or you can get $100,000 or $200,000 giving people an honest, things aren't really that bad, they're actually pretty good kind of news. So this story is, like I said, we get these stories of Trump derangement syndrome getting at an all-time high, and then you get stories like this that, like I said, I don't even think a white nationalist, an actual true white nationalist, would think up these things. But yet you have CNN thinking, or people, someone, a CNN contributor, thinking this stuff up, and it's insane. And the fact that the other people on the panel weren't looking at her like she had four heads it's crazy to me. So I did want to talk a little bit about this because, like I said, politics nowadays is becoming so decisive and divisive, and people are wondering why. And it's because stuff like this, that you have these mainstream media outlets that all they're concerned about now is money and bashing Trump. And you have a lot of people that genuinely believe the garbage they put out. They genuinely believe that Trump is the second coming of the World War II Germany leader. And they genuinely believe this, and that's what's causing the division. Is you have the people who recognize Trump for what he really is, which is someone who's, I mean, he's better than the last handful of presidents by a pretty good amount. I mean, he's not perfect by any means, but he's better than the last, 4, 5, 6 presidents. Even I don't even can't even think of one that's been better than. None. Most people probably in their lifetime haven't had a president better than him. And just look at the numbers. I mean, GDP is pretty good. The job numbers are pretty good. I mean, a lot of it's inflated. I definitely need to admit that, but the numbers they've always been inflated. I mean, the Obama numbers were inflated by a lot, but yet they're still not as good as the Trump numbers. So I'll leave it there. I don't want to talk too much about this just because it's so insane and so crazy, and I think we all get the point. So if you like the video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.